What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV. In today's video, we're going to talk about the first esports tournament of the year for MLB The Show 20. So this was their promotional video. Let's go ahead and give it a watch. You know what I'm saying? So we got Kochi McCoachy. I never knew that Coach's last name was McCoachy. PS4 tournaments invites you to the show. And we get a little bit of gameplay here. 5 exclusive qualifiers, prizes, and there are a lot of prizes. $25,000 in cash prizes this summer only, and it's the summer circuit tournament. So I'm gonna break it all down for you in this video, give you all the information that you would need if you would like to sign up to play with this. I'll give you guys my opinion, kind of what I thought they got right, what I thought they got wrong, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be in this as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at all of the rules for this. Now, the first thing I want to say out the jump is this. Take my opinions with a grain of salt. The one main opinion that I have is that this is a free tournament. It's a free tournament with lots of prizes, especially a huge top-end prize. Huge top-end prize, by far the biggest we've ever seen in any community-run tournament, and now a tournament run by them. And just to even get to this point is awesome, but just keep in mind, it's a free tournament. I would have a lot more gripes about stuff, and I feel like there'd be a lot more room for me to be upset about stuff if it wasn't free. Like if you had to pay $100 or $200, I'd be a lot more critical. But the fact that it's absolutely free, all you gotta do is have a PSN. You gotta have PS Plus so you can play online. You have to be over 18 to play as well. But other than that, I mean, it's completely free. So I gotta give them some credit for that. You don't have to pay $100 to get in this thing, or $200. If that were the case, then I'd be a lot more critical of it. But even with that said, let's take a look at the rules, see how they could have done better, see what we like. So basically, I got covered all that stuff right there. Basically, here's how it's going to work. You got the summer schedule 1-on-1. You're gonna play. Day one's a Swiss format, 128. Top 128 goes on to the next day, ties included. Number of rounds 6, no elimination, best of 1, 3 innings. Day 2 is a single elimination bracket, round of 128 rounds through round 16, best of 3 innings, round through 8, best of 5, 3 innings. Team selection, a Diamond Dynasty Battle Royale team, which will be drafted before the first match. Now, this is how they I knew this was going to be Battle Royale type style going into it from before the year when we saw, that's pretty much how they presented tournaments, like in the launch streams leading up to everything. And we probably would have seen more stuff about this had, so much crap not been going on in the world right now. We probably would have seen like some of the streams and some more of a build up. But here we are with our first tournament. I was hoping they'd have one earlier, but then this is going to stretch out for quite a bit of time. And it's also a $25,000 pool, which is just huge for our game. It's ridiculously huge for our game. The grand final format, 1-on-1, round 28 to round 32, best of 3, 16 to 4, best of 5, finals, best of 7, 3 innings. So every game throughout the entire tournament is 3 innings. I think there are some people that have some qualms about that. Maybe especially towards the end, the game should be a little bit longer, but they are going to be best of 7. So that is quite a few games. I mean, now just looking at this, I mean, that's quite a few games. Like if you win 4 games of Battle Royale against someone, that's quite a bit. Could you do 3 games at 9 innings? Yeah, but I don't have too much of a problem personally with how this is set up. That's a lot of time to try to prove who's better, in my opinion. Could it be more? Sure, but where do you draw the line on that? But that's just my opinion. Qualifications, how do you qualify? So you got to place within the top 10 or top 8 of any open qualifier throughout the overall ranking. 128 players will qualify for the grand final. Overall ranking points distribution: round of 16 gets 30 points, round of 32 15, round of 64 gets 5, 128. Basically, you're gonna play a lot of weekends, right? So there's gonna be, I believe, the top 8 that qualify from the weekend. So if you make the top 8, you're gonna be automatically entered. And once you also make the top 8, you're in. You don't have to go and play another game at all. And you also, in fact, you can't get into the top 8 again either. I believe if you qualify in the top 8 in the first weekend, you're going to get a higher seed than if you qualify in the last weekend, because it's like you got into the first tournament, you did the best on the first tournament, you're getting a 1 seed type of deal. And once you've qualified, you can't requalify. Then underlying under that, other than like getting in the top 8, it's going to also reward people that play in all of the tournaments. So if you can schedule out that you can play in all of the tournaments, you're giving yourself a chance to get in there too. Now, I think people would like more of a heads up on when these things are going to start. I think maybe at least a week would be nice. I think a lot of people are, I could see them, that's an easy thing to fix, giving out more information about this. But let's be honest about a couple of things, okay? Just let's be honest, cold hard truth here. First of all, it's going to be extremely difficult to win this tournament. Extremely difficult. It's not. I'm looking forward to watching the games as much as anything. So that's number one. Number two, so there's a smaller group of people that legitimately have a shot at winning this thing. You got to be so good to win this thing. Second of all, I'd also say that with the timing and everything, like if you really want to be an esports athlete, like that's your number one priority, is to be an MLB The Show 20 esports person. Your schedule, you have to make this a priority in your schedule. It's not something that, I don't know, does that make sense? Like, you can't just half-ass your way to playing this. You know, you can't just like get in and, oh, I'm gonna play one weekend and I'm gonna try to, like, that's like, what kind of approach is that? Let's be realistic. What athlete shows up for 1 out of the 16 games and like, does that, like, if you, this is something you really want to go after, it's going to be a main priority. I understand people have lives, people have a job, and there's nothing obviously at all wrong with that, and that's totally fine. I know they want to participate more, but it is one of those things. First of all you gotta do is qualify one weekend. If you're good enough to actually win this thing, you should probably be able to qualify in one of these like 5 weekends to finish top 8. And if you're gonna play all of them, I mean, just give yourself the best chance to do it. It is gonna be a little bit later at night. That's just kind of all I got to say about like the timing and all that kind of stuff. It's like, there's gonna, I don't know, if you really want to participate in this thing, it has to be at some point in time. It's going to take up a lot of time, but if it's something you really want, like, the time commitment shouldn't be something that holds you back. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on that. Let's see, how to play. Match the event page. You'll be able to see it in the events tab. We're going to go over that. I'm actually going to register the tournament so you guys can see how to do that. And I say, you know, it's going to be very difficult to win the whole thing. I say that. But I will also say that just go ahead and give it a shot, man. It's free and it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. I ended up qualifying last year. And it was a lot of fun. It's one of those things that once you get eliminated, you just wish that you could keep playing because it's so much fun in that regard. Give it a shot, man. Just give it a shot. See if you know, who knows what could happen, you know? Just give it a shot. Just for, what else are you gonna play? You know, you're gonna go play ranked seasons or events. Just hop in the tournament, man. It's free. It's fun to do. Results, they're automatically submitted to the ESL website, which is going to be nice. Last year we kind of had to do some self-reporting. There still is kind of that. If you have like a protest or anything like that, you know, you can do the protest, but they do have an in-game function for tournaments now, which is going to be nice. Here's all the match settings: Hall of Fame, guest pitch off, quick counts off, strike zone on, hot zone off, box off, umpire, balls and strikes standard, ejections off, injuries off. So that's pretty much, it's pretty much going to be like BR. It's going to be on Hall of Fame. How you draft the team is up to you. You know, do you get a lot of pitching? Do you get power? Do you get a combination of both? You know, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes out. There is going to be RNG, I believe. We don't know a ton about the draft process at this point. I feel like it's going to be like one draft for at least the first day. I don't think it's going to be one draft for every single qualifying day. I don't think you're going to have one draft for 5 weekends. I think you're going to probably do like 5 drafts, would be my guess, because they're going to be separate events. I also don't know if you're going to redraft on the second day. So say you have a draft on Saturday, you might have another draft on Sunday. I could see that being the case. There's definitely some RNG in there, but here's the thing, guys. Like, regardless of who the cards, how the cookie crumbles with the cards, a lot of the best players are still gonna win. It does, you know, they're gonna either draft well or they're just gonna be able to beat you. What it really comes down to is some of the best players versus the best players. Does a certain card help somebody else more, or certain bad drafts help somebody else more? That's just how it's gonna go. Maybe they'll do an event with some set cards in the future. I wouldn't mind seeing people do that in the future, but that's just how they wanted to set up this event. We're going to see a variety of cards this way. So that's maybe one thing I would like to see people be able to have a little bit more selection in their team. But at the same time, I think it's going to make for an interesting tournament to watch. I will try to play in this. I'll try to qualify, all that kind of stuff. I usually stream during this time anyways, but this is just kind of like my personal, I think as a viewer, it's going to be interesting to see the different teams. So that's just kind of where I'm going with on that. We got all that kind of stuff. So let's get into the prizes. The open qualifiers, you can get stubs on the prizes. You get first in a qualifier, you're getting $1 million. Lots of subs giveaways here. That's another reason, a good reason to play. You know, what if you get, even if you get, 17 or 32, pick up a quick 1,100 or 11,000 stubs. There are some stubs. First place is obviously getting $1 million. The grand final, this is by far the most they've ever given away. $15,000 for first place. Team branded recliner, authentic game used baseball and World Series, custom jersey and hat. It's gonna be a World Series used baseball, a custom jersey and hat, 1 million stubs, and $15,000. This game, this 15,000 versus 5,000 game is gonna be absolutely insane. I wish we could already start and play that now. The game is gonna be crazy. Now the prizes do drop off after a while. If you don't finish at the top 4, you're really not you're not getting too much for getting in these other spots. You're not getting too much for getting in these other spots, especially monetarily. So getting 5th place in this tournament will suck. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But I think why they did it this way is because the top end prize becomes ridiculous. The top end prize does become ridiculous. You'd like to see it spread out a little bit more. At least it's not 25,000 for first and 0 for second, because it's going to be so much effort to get into second place. But I don't know. They could have restructured this a little bit better. They could have made it so these people at least get some money. But 15,000 at the top, it does look nice. I gotta say, it does look nice. I think that last game is going to be absolutely insane. The prizing being 90 days within the completion of the competition, so it does take them a little bit to pay, but it should be within 90 days that they're going to pay it out. And then we got more rules and stuff like that. Obviously, use common sense. Most of the stuff that you probably think are within the rules, just use common sense. That's all I really got to say about the rules. Like, don't cheat, etc., etc. Play on your own account. don't throw a game, all that kind of stuff. That's all in the rules basically, in that part of it. So that's all the stuff for the tournament itself. Let's see if I can get a schedule when these events are, because that is the thing. It's gonna be over. I didn't really see that when we were looking at that. Let me go back up here. Let's see. They don't really have the schedule here, but I'll find the schedule for you guys, and I'll cut to that part of the video, and then I'm going to show you guys how to sign up. Okay guys, so here is the schedule. It's going to be on June 20th, June 21st. It's also going to be on June 27th, 28th, and then we're going to have a little bit of a break there. It looks like it goes to yeah, I think it's going to be a break for around 4th of July weekend. They won't have it going on. July 11th, July 12th, another bit of a break there. July 25th and July 26th. Week 8 will be August 1st and August 2nd. And the finals will be August 8th and August 9th. So clear out some time on your schedule. Remember, you only have to make one of them. Even if you compete in one of them and get it, gives you a shot. You want to give yourself the best shot playing all of them. It's gonna be the way it works though, guys, is there'll be less people than you think that will actually be able to make it to every single one of these events. That's just the way it is. I know I don't know if I missed one. There's 2 cups that we've had, and the second one I did qualify with missing a time. So it's try to make as many of them as you can. Give yourself the best shot. Have fun. It's free. All right, have fun. It's free. I love these tournaments. I love playing in them. I love watching them. So yeah, that's pretty much all the information. Now I'm going to show you guys how to sign up. I mean, you probably click the sign up button, but I'm going to show you how to sign up on the game. So basically, you're going to get a notification. You know, you'll get a notification on PlayStation, that notification tab. You're going to click this. And if you don't have an ESL account, my ESL account is already registered to my PlayStation account. So if you don't have one, go make an ESL account and then link it with your PS4 account. Once that's done, you get a notification over here. All you gotta do, you know, they got the rules and the website and all that kind of stuff. Let me click on their website real quick, see what it says as far as let's see. Let's come on, load up. So you go over here and then you'll click login, register. Make sure you guys register over there. You just need an ESL account. Link it to your PlayStation account. Like mine already is. It doesn't even look like I need a login, but I already have one made from like the past that's already linked to my account. So I'm gonna go ahead and click register. Tournament rules, we already went over all those. And then I'm gonna click accept. You can do the auto join at start time. Most likely I'll just hit okay. I'll probably be on a game at that time anyways. And there you go. Once this is done, we should be registered and we're linked all up and we're good to go. The other thing too that you guys got to keep in mind is two things I saw. Okay, the first thing is well, you got to check in for these events. So if you're gonna play in it, it is at night. Make sure you're ready to go about 30 minutes to 15 minutes before it starts. At that point, you'll go on the ESL website and you'll make sure that you're checked in. You got to check in. You just basically sign in on the ESL website. You click check in. I think you can do it from here. You should get push notifications to your PlayStation, so you don't have to go on a computer or your phone. You should be able to do it from here. But you can also do it from there. So make sure you don't show up right at the buzzer. Go a little bit before. The other thing I saw too is if you can't get in contact with your opponent, make sure you guys open up your PlayStation messages. I have mine closed. There's a gray area when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I did see in the rules, if there's any kind of thing that you got to communicate with someone and they can't get a hold of you because your friends list is open, make sure I would open up a message tab with whoever you play. For the most part, like, hey, are you ready to go? Just be cordial, be nice on both sides. So yeah, that's pretty much everything you guys need to know about this tournament. And thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, this is kind of a longer video, but I wanted to get it out there for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I got a couple other videos I'm looking to drop today, so be on the lookout for. Maybe it's possibly going to be a triple upload. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.